Hello, everyone. My name is Randy, international keynote speaker, Houston real estate advisor, and author of 4 books. And today, I want to give a message to other, young adults. And I'm going to be very honest to what I would say to my 18-year-old self, what I would explain to him, what I would usher him through, so that he can make better decisions as he is evolving into a man and no longer being a boy, and you know what I wish I knew back then. First and foremost, I would say that it is important to understand yourself in a way that you can actually explain to other people what it is that you are feeling. And the reason why I say this is because up until honestly a couple months ago, even maybe I would say 10 months ago, a lot of the emotions I would talk about is like I'm frustrated, I'm irritated, I'm angry, maybe I'd say I'm sad. And there's more to life than just those 4 emotions. Even saying, hey, what I'm currently going through, this is disappointing, or I am disappointed, I am anxious, I feel like I am stressed at this moment because of this particular situation. And being able to actually identify what is bothering me is so powerful, because when you're talking to someone else and you're looking to explain to them why it is you feel the way that you are feeling, at least for me, and I had to learn this, is that you want to be able to do it in such a way that that doesn't, I don't want to say doesn't stress out the other person, but doesn't put pressure on the other person to understand you, yet you're the person communicating what it is that you're feeling and you don't even know how to express yourself. So first and foremost, I would say emotional intelligence in a way that I'm actually doing it calmly. I can be angry and I can express myself and explain myself without having all the anger behind it. And I think that was something that I didn't have at 18, didn't have at 20, didn't have at 22. Next, I would say it is important to be very focused, and it is okay to rest. It is okay to say, in this current moment, I do not have it all figured out, and that is okay. In this current moment, I am stressed. Maybe I just need to take a nap. In this current moment, I don't have the answer. I'm working 12 plus hours every single day, yet am I actually taking a moment to reflect on the direction I need to be going in? I feel like in my early 20s, I'm pushing, I'm pushing, I'm pushing, I'm pushing. And I'm like, I'm looking to force the outcome, yet I'm not taking enough time to reflect on the actual steps that I need to take to better my life. That to me was this endless loop where I felt like I was just going insane. Like I didn't understand how could I be working 14 plus hours every single day, and yet I'm not making strides. Like I can't even really tell if I'm getting better. I know that I'm being consistent, but yet am I doing the right actions to better my life? And yes, that may come with time. And also, when you take the time to reflect, you're able to actually process what you're working through, whereas you can then shift or pivot as needed, as necessary. Next, follow God's teachings. And when you read the Bible, don't only read Proverbs. Like I know you're focusing on wisdom, wealth, and abundance. And also, the Bible is so, so much deeper and has so much depth than only reading Proverbs. So I would suggest that there's another level of understanding what's in the Bible rather than just only focusing on Proverbs. And when I say focus on God's word, focus on God's teaching, is that you're actually looking to understand how the verses apply to your everyday life. You're not only just reading the Bible for the sake of saying I'm in the Bible and I'm here for the wisdom and I'm here for the wealth. I'm also here for my spirit to be changed and molded in such a way that is most aligning with Jesus's character. That, of course, may come with time, yet, if I'm giving advice to my 18-year-old self, to my 20-year-old self, this is something that I would tell him. I would also say strive to find your value in who you're becoming and not external pleasures. I feel like I was using external vices, I was using other people as a way to continue to fill a void that I hadn't actually identified within myself, which actually leads to more suffering because now I'm including other people, maybe not in my suffering, but I'm using other people as a vice, and I'm not really healing what I need to be going through as an adult, as a young adult, as I'm figuring out life. Which leads me into my next point, is that mentors and coaches will change your life as long as you do what they're asking you to do, what they're telling you to do. Mentors and coaches allow you to learn what has taken them decades to learn in maybe a couple of months. And also, while having the information is great, you must also apply and execute so that you can actually see the changes within your life as well. I promise you, as long as you are willing to be consistent, as long as you're willing to reflect on the decisions that you are making, life will get better. You just don't know when. And that, I think, sometimes is very scary, yet it is very rewarding that you can say that I gave it my absolute all. I didn't know when my life was going to change, yet I didn't fold under pressure. I promise you, you do not have to have it all figured out, yet you do need to do something. You do not have to have it all figured out, yet you do need to understand that your life will only get better as you continue to take one step after the other. And if you're not willing to take those necessary steps, it is hard to assume that your life will just change because you're only being consistent, but you don't know what you're being consistent towards. It is a very, that's why I mentioned insanity, because it's like, how do you expect to actually accomplish said goal when you're not even taking time to reflect on where it is that you're going or the decisions you're doing right now? And you're looking at your life and saying, my life isn't getting better. And it's almost like, I wonder why. Like, it doesn't just all happen by accident. There's systematic frameworks that that'll actually get you to where it is that you want to go. Yet you also must be willing to do the work and make no excuses. You might complain a little bit, but don't stop. And lastly, I would say find find someone that you're willing to work hard with, that you're willing to suffer with, that you're willing to smile with, you're willing to cry with, you're willing to laugh with, and make sure that you're able to tell them your deepest, most concerning fears, yet you're also willing to tell them the things that excite you most. And be willing to trust that they'll stay even after you do that. I feel like there's a certain level of maturity, there's a certain level of comfort within oneself, I feel like. And I'm still learning, I'm still growing now. Yet I just feel like there's something that's so special when you're able to just be honest with someone and say, hey, I don't have it all figured out, yet you can see that I'm putting in the work. Or, I did this today and man, it was just so inspiring. It was just so uplifting. And just watch how they respond to what you're telling them. I feel like we live in such a disconnected world yet we're all seeking connection. So I don't want to say the sooner that you find your person. I would just say that you focus on God and you focus on His teachings, on His way. And then when you are blessed with your person, life just keeps getting better. So be willing to suffer and be willing to acknowledge the good times too. Enjoy where it is that you are currently at and express gratitude even in moments of uncertainty. And I know it is not easy, yet once again it is worth it. That's what I would say. That's what I would say to my 18-year-old self. That's my message to the next young adult that feels like they don't have it all figured out. Yet if you just want a few lessons or you just wanted to just take some time and just listen, uh, I promise you that life is amazing and you just have to be willing to work for the life that you desire. So thank you so much for your time and attention. I promise you there's so much more to come. Until next time.